This video is going to be broken up into two parts. We're going to be dropping part 1 first and then part 2 second. So make sure to watch part 1 and part 2. I try to break up the videos for you guys so it's not as long, because you really got to soak up all of this information. Listen to all of the information before you pull the trigger and take any action. Okay, that's all that I ask, because sometimes people don't listen to the entire video and they automatically assume things, and we cannot do that. Okay, we have to listen to the entire video so you can fully understand what it is that I'm saying and how to properly take action. Now, we're going to be talking about the benefits of credit unions. I personally love credit unions, especially for those of you that have a thin credit profile or that just are looking to build credit, reestablish credit, strengthen your credit profile. Credit unions are the way to go. They're relationship based. It's all the same concept with all of these credit unions. You want to set up a checking account, a savings account, then wait about 30 days. Make sure immediately you set up direct deposits so they can see some direct deposits come through. Wait about 30 days. If you have longer to wait, great, 30 to 90 days. Set up some sort of CD account, money market account, savings deposit account, certificate deposit account. If they do offer some sort of secured loan, a pledge loan, certificate pledge loan, which is a secured loan, you're using your own money to pledge it as a loan to build credit, does not cost you a hard inquiry with any of the banks. Again, the same concept with all of these banks apply. Once you do the pledge loan, again, wait 3 to 6 months before you apply for your next credit product. We want to build that relationship up before we just ask them for credit. Sometimes you got to give a little to get a little, okay? And if you wait, especially if your credit report is not strong or your credit score doesn't really match your report, because believe it or not, banks don't have a particular score that they look for. They are looking at data points on your credit reports. So that's why I'd say people can have a 750 credit score, but their credit profile doesn't match those data points because that's all from somebody else's accounts. Those are all authorized user accounts, and they might have like a Chime account that's maxed out. So it's just not a good representation. And of course, they're going to get denied because they don't have enough comparable credit that's in their name that is a primary trade line. And these credit unions are how you're going to get primary trade lines. Okay. So, and again, they're grade A trade lines and they're in your name. And then eventually you can actually build up your own credit cards and add your children or add your family or whoever you're helping with their credit. You can add them as an authorized user to your credit account. The only thing that we require is, hey, you have to have 100% on-time payment history. You can never, ever, ever get a late payment. I say that in almost every one of my videos, but it is so true. Late payments are the fastest way that you can ruin everything, okay? Because they are the hardest thing to correct, and they will haunt you for 7 years, okay? And the banks nowadays, they are not wanting to correct any sort of late payment if it is valid and you don't have some sort of life event that took place that caused this late payment to occur, or if it was truly an error, okay? So make sure that you have set up all of your credit accounts, especially all of the credit accounts that report to the credit bureaus, on auto pay for at least the minimum amount due, okay? If you don't take anything else from this video, take that, because auto pay is your best friend, okay? You cannot afford to get any late payments. I mean, if worst case scenario, your credit utilization is a little higher some months than others, that can always be corrected. But one thing that cannot be corrected is a late payment. And guess what? Late payments and credit utilization, that's 65% of your credit score, and only you can control that. I, as a credit specialist or a credit coach, I have no control over that. These are things that you need to know. And guess what? That's over half of the battle, okay? Over half of the battle. So we're going to be going over all of the benefits. And like I said, there's a lot of welcome bonuses that you can get money for just signing up for a bank account and setting up direct deposit. And you can have as many direct deposits as you want. You can split your check up 100 different ways if you wanted to. Of course, that's a little excessive, and I only recommend dating, 3 banks, maybe 4 banks, no more than 5 banks at a time. The sweet spot is about 3 banks. Manage and juggle about 3 banks. So have your direct deposit split up between 3 banks. Make sure you have direct deposit set up in your checking account and in your savings account. Okay. So you're going to have a total of 6 direct deposits, and you're going to select the percentage of the direct deposit for each particular account in question. Okay. You can always move money around, but we want to show that consistency. Are secured loans? I get this question a lot. Basically, you are using your cash money as a loan. Okay. And it's like, how does that work? I was so confused when I first learned about these. I'm like, wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why would anybody want to do that? So you have to have the money to get the loan. Yes, but you're defeating the purpose by not understanding it's not to get you money. It's to build credit. So in the future, you can get better loans and better credit approvals. So if you have some sort of cash on hand, tax returns, tax season's coming up. If you're getting a big lump sum of money for your tax returns, do a pledge loan. Before you do anything else, take all of the money that you have and do a pledge loan. And then do a second pledge loan. You got 2 primary trade lines right there for a higher dollar amount. So you just raised the bar for yourself credit wise, because now you got 2 higher trade line limits with some grade A banks. I mean, we're going to be going over all of these banks, but you could even do it a 3rd time. So you can recycle those same funds. You just have to make sure it's paid back on time. Okay. And you're using your own cash to build credit. So with many of these banks, what they require is that you have the money that you're going to be pledging to use as your secured loan in your savings account for at least 30 days prior. Some banks don't require it to sit as long, like Navy Federal. They don't really have a requirement as far as how long it has to sit in your, savings account. It just, of course, has to have cleared and everything. But some banks actually have requirements like, hey, they're going to require that that money had sat in your savings account for 30 days before you pledge it as a secured loan. So you just want to make sure that you understand, and we're going to be going over those things in the video today. So again, make sure to watch the entire thing. And of course, if you are new here and you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Give me a huge thumbs up, guys. Leave me a comment below, because guess what? Your engagement with the video helps my video reach a wider audience. And this is the information that you guys need to know, okay? This is the same information that I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars learning. And honestly, it took me a good 2 weeks to put this slideshow together for you guys, because there was so much information that I wanted to put out there